Hello and welcome to another video by Johnny. Chào mừng các bạn một video khác của Johnny nha. So in this video, I'll be speaking mostly English because we are practicing speaking. And this is IELTS speaking practice. And I have like only 2 students left in this class. The levels are just about say 6.0 to 7. It's basically it varies from day to day. If they are tired, then their speaking won't be that great. And if they are well fed, if they eat well and they learn well, the level will probably increase. I'm just joking. Okay, class. So Miss Sương and Mr. Trung. Oh, I would like to thank Mr. Ngọc and his team or anybody who has contributed their effort to make this prediction of IELTS speaking. So we have something to base on and do videos on. Alright. Let's talk about topic number 16 here, part 1. Mr. Trung. Remembering people's name, nhớ tên người này người kia. So Mr. Trung, is it easy to remember names in the remember category? Liệu có dễ để nhớ tên trong cái hạng mục mà để nhớ mọi thứ không?
And for me, I think it's easy to remember name, but it's also easy to forget somebody name because there are so many names and they can have the same name for
There could be
there could be a same name for different people. So it is
exactly.
hard. So it is hard to remember each person name. And maybe if they have same name, we need to remember the full name so we can know which name is for which name is for which person.
Exactly. Don't worry after you have received the IELTS result. You probably won't remember my name and I won't either. You know, people these days, they have very bad short-term memory. Probably because I don't remember your name, I don't remember people's name, but if they see me, they talk to me for a long time, maybe I'll remember, but I just have very bad memory now, you know. Okay, Michelle, will you forget
Yes.
other people's names if others forget your name?
Well, I think not because when I remember some name of someone else, I'm not easy to forget. Just only because they don't forget my name, that I will not do that.
I would not do that. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about you, Mr. Trung? If others forget your name, will you forget theirs too?
Like if they forgot my name, we must be rarely talk to each other. Like I think just like a friend that we on street and we ask for their name and they can forget easily if we didn't communicate enough. So for that situation, I don't think I'm gonna remember his name, like his full name or something. Maybe I can remember a bit if he talk to me more. And but if a short conversation, I don't think I will remember their name.
You don't think you remember the names, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michelle, how do you strengthen your memory? It's a good question, isn't it? How do you strengthen
Yes.
your memory?
I think I have a short memory.
Short-term
So
memory? You have
yeah,
a short
I
memory?
mean short-term memory.
Okay, so we have short-term and long-term memory.
Yeah.
So you think you have a bad short-term memory?
Sure. So to remember something, I always try to see it
Maybe try to associate the name with something.
Associate the name with something. I try to imagine the conversation with the people that I met before, so it easily for me to make me remember.
Maybe associate the names with an image. For example, if I remember, say, Mr. Trung, I'll remember that, okay, he makes YouTube videos, for example. That's
Yeah.
okay. And then he shared the videos that have shoes on it, for example. He make videos about shoes.
Yes.
Maybe people will remember me as a YouTuber that create IELTS videos. Or, okay, they will remember me as a pianist, a person who play piano. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, that could be a good way, do you think, Mr. Trung? To associate the name with an image, do you think it could be a good strategy?
Um, I'm not sure, like because
But how do you strengthen your memory anyway?
uh for me I think to strengthen my memory,
Strengthen.
strengthen my memory. Maybe maybe like do some reading because if you read a lot you will have to remember the you will have to remember the story that that book wrote. But like for specific situation I don't think I have like a best way to strengthen my memory because my memory is pretty poor.
Of course, because you have to put in so much facts and knowledge from your or the subjects, right?
Yeah.
So it's normal to have a very poor memory these days because of stress, because of too much information, or we call it information overload, Information overload. Quá tải thông tin. We have information overload. So, Miss Shương, seriously, do you think a good sleep is a good way to strengthen your memory?
Yeah. I don't think it's for all the people, but for me, sleeping is very important.
Of
It's
course,
very
yes.
vital for me because if I not get enough sleep at last night, tomorrow I will,
The previous night,
the previous night,
the
tomorrow,
following day,
the following day, I will very feel
I will
tired
feel
and I
very
can
tired.
do
I will feel
everything
very
productively.
tired. I will feel very tired and I cannot function well.
Yeah, I cannot function well. And of course, it's the same thing for the memory. To remember something, I think that our brain need to have the time to relax
Enough
or
rest.
to got enough rest.
Exactly. How about stress? Like it's no basically I think these days there's no secret that stress basically have a bad effect on your memory, but it's very difficult to reduce stress. Do you believe in memory exercises, Miss Phil?
You mean to try a way to
Yes.
help your brain memorize well?
Yes, there are memory exercises. Yeah. Like for example, people try to remember numbers. Like you remember the pi is 3.1415 something, right? Số
Yeah.
pi, nhớ số pi. You think this kind of exercise help somehow?
Uh, I
Hmm.
think it's not because if everything come up and you can get it easily, that like you feel like it is will more easily come up to your brain. But if something that you
It will
try,
easily shows up in the brain.
it will show up. on your brain. But if sometimes you try to do something more and hard and take a lot of time to try, but your brain not get it, so that not the good way, or that not efficient.
Not efficient, right?
Efficient, yeah. I mean efficient.
I see. So you work in IT field, am I right, Michelle?
Yes,
Do
yeah,
you think that continuously learning without stopping it's a good way to strengthen your memory? Cứ tiếp tục phải liên tục học.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I 100% agree with that,
Okay.
because yeah, it's for all case that when you stop learning something, for example, in English, especially, you easily forget it right away.
Hmm.
Yeah, in my field, everything is developing. The knowledge is large. So if we start learning, we can get everything new outdate right away.
I see. Everything can be outdated right away. I
Yeah.
see. Very good. Okay, so Mr. Trung, do you wish to continue your learning even after you have graduated to strengthen your memory?
Uh, yeah, I think I will continue my study after graduate because I want to keep improve my knowledge and not
Keep
stop
improving. I
learning.
want to keep improving my
Yeah,
knowledge.
keep improving my knowledge because knowledge is infinity. Like there's a lot of knowledge for different topics. So I think I will focus on my like my future job, the those knowledge that will help me in my job in the future, so I can be successful in my job and yeah, like that.
Like that, yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay, like that. Okay, so okay, let's go on to a topic part 2. 15. 15. Okay. Describe a famous person that you are interested in. Miêu tả một người nổi tiếng mà các bạn hứng thú với cái người đó. You should say who he or she is, người đó là ai. How you knew about him or her, làm thế nào các bạn biết về cái người đó. What he or she was like before he or she became famous. Trước khi trở nên nổi tiếng thì cái người đó như thế nào. And explain why you are interested in him or her. Giải thích tại sao các bạn lại hứng thú với cái người đó. Remember, when you try to talk about past things, you use past tense, okay? Be careful. You also have part 3 here. What kinds of famous people are there in your country? Đất nước của các bạn có những loại người nổi tiếng nào? So it means like, are there famous people about sports? Are there famous people about education? About, say, art? Are there famous musicians? Famous actor, actresses? Something like that. So they ask for the kinds of famous people, you know. You have to mention different types of these celebrities, you know. Now, next question. What are the differences between famous people today and those in the past? Có sự khác biệt gì với người nổi tiếng ngày nay và những cái người nổi tiếng trong quá khứ không? Like, I think you could talk about their lifestyle, lối sống. Or you can talk about their contribution, những cái sự cống hiến của họ. Or you can talk about how they appear and how they influence the public, cách mà họ xuất hiện như thế nào, ảnh hưởng đến quần chúng như thế nào. Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields? Có nhất thiết các bạn có nghĩ là người nổi tiếng thì phải nhất thiết là giỏi trong cái lĩnh vực của họ không? Like, think about it. Some people they are famous for the wrong reasons. Maybe they're famous because of they pay money to achieve a reward. They bribe the people to in the competitions to achieve the award. Có một số người họ mua giải để được nổi tiếng chẳng hạn. Or if they use unfair ways to achieve their fame. Có thể họ dùng những cách mà không công bằng chút nào để mà đạt được cái sự nổi tiếng đó. So they could be bad in their field sometimes. Okay. Number 4. Do you think the media is putting too much attention on famous people? Các bạn có nghĩ là truyền thông đang đặt quá nhiều cái sự chú ý vào những người nổi tiếng không? Like, for example, you can talk about whether the media just keep reporting about these celebrities, and they forget, or they intentionally put too much attention on famous people because they want to sell their newspapers. They want the audience to watch the channels more. And you can talk about the consequences of that. Like, the public cannot receive that much necessary information. And maybe it could affect the young people as well. Có thể là kêu là nó ảnh hưởng đến ai, ảnh hưởng đến truyền thông, ảnh hưởng đến quần chúng như thế nào. Có thể là những hãng truyền thông họ cố tình họ đặt quá nhiều chú ý vào người nổi tiếng chẳng hạn, mà không thèm đăng những cái thông tin cần thiết chẳng hạn. Alright, you have 2 minutes to think about 15 now. 2 minutes start. Okay, ready? Okay, let's start with Mr. Trung, please. Describe a famous person that you are interested in, please. Yeah, your microphone, please. Okay. Please start. Describe a famous person that you are interested in.
So the person that I'm interested in is actor. Is an American actor, Robert Downey Jr. And,
Wow, you say what? What, Junior?
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know him because he acts in a lot of my favorite movies. I watch all of them, and I love his acting skills and his emotion to his character.
Okay.
And he became famous. He actually a drug addiction.
Addict. It's called addict.
Yeah.
It's addict.
Addict. Yeah. Addict.
Con nghiện.
Yeah.
Addict. It's an addict.
Yeah. I remember back in the 90s, he addicted to drugs, and he have to go to the trại cai nghiện.
It's called rehabilitation center.
Yeah, he have to go to the
rehab. Nó gọi là rehab, rehabilitation center, trại cai nghiện.
Yeah, he have to go to the rehabilitation center many times. But his life completely changed in 2008 when he acted in the Iron Man movie and start a new
He started a new
chapter in his life, and a new universe of movie.
It's a new genre. It's a new genre, right?
Yes. And the thing that the reason that I'm interested in him is because he fights with himself. He passed his addiction, and
so he overcome his own addiction.
Yes, yeah. He overcome his addiction, and
he overcame his own addiction.
His own addiction, and become a great actor, and
became a great actor.
And became a great actor, and that is a very good lesson to young actor these days, to not give up their passion, just overcome any
obstacle in their life.
yeah, realistic goal in their life, and just work their best uh, to become a great actor or actress. Yeah,
Just work more, work hard to overcome difficulties and to be the best that they could be.
yeah, yeah.
Let's just say, okay, Miss Sun, please describe a famous person that you are interested in, please.
Yes. She is a YouTuber that is famous nowadays. She's Vietnamese YouTuber. She is the container and video.
Content creator. She
Yeah,
create
I mean,
content.
yeah, content creator. The first time I know her, that I just came across the and finding some learning video, learning English video, and I find that her video in YouTube at the
I
first
thought you would
time.
describe. I thought you would describe me. I thought you would describe me, but no. Anyway, please continue.
Yeah, uh, because her content is very suitable for me at that time. So I follow her about 3 years ago, and now she's more and more become more famous because what her the video of hers is very inspiring and
Inspiring, inspiring.
inspiring, and people with more content uh, about the younger people um, who lack of every experience in working, or
Who lack every experience. Lack can be
yeah,
used as a verb, you
who
know.
yes, who
Who lack experience.
lack experience in working or in life. She taught a lot of, and helping a lot of people to do writing and uh, open their mind with enjoy her experience.
Okay. Very
Yeah,
good. Very good. So that's why you're interested in him, in her, sorry.
yeah.
Okay, let's go to part three. So, Mr. Trump, please, what kinds of famous people are there in your country?
In my country, there are a lot of famous people nowadays in different categories and different area. Um, in sport, like we have some of the famous player in the Vietnam national team, like Quang Hải or Công Phượng, for example. In music, like singer, we have Sun Tung MTP,
Oh no.
or or
Oh
maybe
no.
yeah, no, yeah, a lot of um in movie actor and actress. Oh my God, there are so many
In
people.
acting, we
Yeah, in
have so
acting,
many
yeah,
people, yeah.
yeah, so many. I cannot
You
uh
cannot even remember, and you cannot
remember.
even
Yeah,
fathom. You cannot even how can I say? You cannot even mention the names anymore. Anyway, so
yeah,
so there are different kind of famous people in the country.
yes.
So, Miss Shum, what are the differences between famous people today and those people in the past? What do you think?
Um, I don't follow much famous people, but to know what the the differentiate between
The
the
differentiation
famous
between famous people.
people nowadays or in the past, but I'm see that nowadays in the lot of magazine or newspaper see that their life is uh, luxury more than in
Luxurious.
the
Their life is
past.
luxurious
Yeah, luxurious in the
and
past.
sophisticated too. Yeah?
Yeah, and sophisticated too. And I,
Sophisticated. Yeah.
yeah, sophisticated. And I see that because the internet is developed, so their fluency of them is impact a lot with
So
people.
you mean their influence impacted the public a lot?
Yeah, their influence impacted
Okay,
public a
let's just
lot.
say they have a large or they have a huge influence on the public. Let's just say that it's better to say they have a huge influence on the
They have a
public.
huge influence on the past, correct?
On the public.
On the public. Yeah. So if the behavior of them
If
will
their
make
behaviors
if their behavior will impact more public people. So I think that the consequence of that is their life is not easy for the past, for the famous people in the past.
I say, all right, it's not as simple as the people in the past, right?
Yeah.
Right. So okay, let's do the next question with Mr. Trung. Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields? Why or why not?
Wait, can you repeat the question? Like I don't.
Okay. Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields? You should open the files, Just turn on open the files. Page 17 out of 36. Trang 17 trên 36. And topic number 15. Part 3. The third question.
Yes.
Do you think famous people are necessarily good in their fields? Các bạn có nghĩ người nổi tiếng thì nhất thiết là phải giỏi trong cái ngành của họ không? Alright.
I think yeah, they have to be good at their fields, but not exactly they need to be like extremely good. They can be good in other fields that can open their opportunity to move on to another field. Like for example, singer don't uh, don't have to be extremely good at singing. They can like act well, and maybe they will have another field, become a singer and an actor or actress. So good in their own fields, it is a good thing.
Own? What do you mean own?
Oh no, I mean
Good in
good
their own
own
field.
field.
Own.
Own
In their own field.
good in their own field is necessary, but if that person did not do very good in their field, but they can do other things, that could be an opportunity for them to exchange their career.
You mean to
Career.
exchange, to extend or to improve
Extend.
their careers?
Yes, to extend their career.
Oh wow. Tell me more, please.
And like but like in general, that person still have to have like a decent skills in their fields, or not they will not successful in their fields. And people with more talents, like they can sing, they can act, they can draw, they can write a novel. Yeah,
And write novels. They can write
novels.
novels.
They can write novels. Those people can be good in different fields, and that could create more opportunity for them. But
There could be more
there could be
opportunities for
there
them.
could be opportunity for them. But in conclusion, uh, singer, actor, actress, author. They have to have good good knowledge in their field, in their own field first.
In their own field
In their
first.
own field first. Yeah.
Okay, good. Right. So, Mr. Do you think the media is putting too much attention on famous people? And what could be the consequence of this?
Yeah. And I see that in the tabloid magazine
Tabloid
or
magazine,
tabloid
very good. Báo lá cải.
paper.
Tabloid, yes.
Yeah, a lot of title or uh, the headline related to famous people, but all of that is not have the
It doesn't
necessary
have
content. It
it
doesn't
doesn't
have.
have the necessary
It doesn't
content.
have. Yeah. Uh,
Content.
it doesn't have necessary content. It's just a little bit thing, or I mean that the personal thing of the famous people, but the media try to make it the headline with
Try to make the
the.
headline, I see.
I mean that they impress that with the word to try to make people attention on that and click on that to reading.
Try to make people have attention and click on that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yes. But and sometimes they try to uh, use the personal information on personal thing of famous people.
You mean they intrude on the personal information or the personal or well, privacy. They
Yes,
intrude on the
they
privacy
intrude.
of
Yeah,
celebrities.
yes, they intrude the privacy of the famous people.
It's
They
privacy, I think.
follow. Yeah, they follow the famous people that is hot in that
Oh,
time
you
and
can
try
say
to make.
Privacy.
Yeah.
privacy or privacy. It's the same thing. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, and they all just like some paparazzi, they follow all day night with the famous people. Just I can use that they invasive the famous people just to uh, try to get a new and write something that maybe uh, more irregular or not the correct thing, just to make uh, the public to attention on them, just to buy.
Just to have more public attention on them, I see.
Yeah.
But basically the media do that in order to increase the sales of their products, to increase sales or increase the traffic,
Yes. Yeah. I
And
know that.
obviously that's the whole thing about the show business. It's a business. It's a
Yeah, it's business.
showbiz business. Basically, they have to put attention on famous people, and that's why we having a lot of channels that shows off the private life of famous people just for fun, just so that people can you know can have something to entertain themselves. All right, let's look at the next topic. 16. Describe a time when you felt very bored. Miêu tả một thời điểm mà bạn đã cảm thấy cực kỳ chán luôn. Be careful with boring and bored, okay? Okay, you should say when it was, who you were with, what you were doing, and explain why you felt bored. You also have part 3 here. 3 questions only. Interesting. Okay, when do people feel bored and why? Những cái thời điểm nào con người ta cảm thấy nhàm chán và tại sao? Okay, what do people usually do when they have got nothing to do? Con người ta thường làm gì khi họ chẳng có gì để làm? And why? Do children get bored more now more than in the past. Like, do children get bored now more than in the past? Trẻ nhỏ bây giờ có bị chán nhiều hơn trong quá khứ không? Why? Okay, so basically, let's just try this question. It's not that hard. 2 minutes, please, Hai Phúc. Okay, let's try it now. You first, Mr. Trump. Describe a time when you felt very bored.
So the time I felt very bored is
It was when?
it was last year's summer because last year's summer, and because of COVID I cannot go anywhere, so I just stay home with my family and just stay at home all day and having nothing to do. Like I have things to do, but it's still not entertaining me. Like
It is still not entertaining enough, right?
It's still not entertaining enough because back to several years back in summer, I usually go on vacation with my family and have some time to relax and enjoy the summer. But last year, because of COVID and uh, the isolation, I just staying at home and maybe doing homework and just watching movie, watching YouTube stuff. And yeah, the main reason that I feel bored is that I cannot go out and hang out with my friend or travel, and that make me felt very bored.
That makes you feel very bored, I see. Just be careful with the verbs. Okay, Miss Shương, your turn, please. Describe a time when you felt very bored, please.
Yes, at the last year, I remember that in the April.
In April? In April?
Yeah. Due to the corona pandemic.
Yes.
And in 2 weeks that we have to lock down, I can't go to work, and I'll go somewhere that make me feel very boring.
You mean make you feel very bored, right?
Yeah, that makes me feel very bored. Because I have a sick, I have stay at home all the day, long, all long at that time with no working,
With no work.
no work, no friend. I and my mate try to pass out that during that period, and it's very tedious
It's very tedious, yeah.
time.
Mm.
Yeah. So I try to reading a book that I'm buying. I bought a long time ago, but don't have time to read.
To read. I don't have time to
Yeah.
read.
I don't have the time to read. So I try to entertain myself with a book and
but it wasn't very successful.
Yeah.
But it was not very entertaining enough, and I wasn't successful in that.
Because that not is that mundane is replay every day that make me feel bored.
You feel very bored.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's a long time. It's not just 1 or 2 days, but it's almost a month.
It was almost a month. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's go to the next question, Mr. Trung, please. So, do you think children get bored more than in the past, and why?
I think that children now get bored uh, more than in the past, because right now they cannot play some like traditional games, and like they cannot hang out with friends that much anymore, because kid sorry children
Kids,
nowadays sorry
children. Mhm.
children nowadays just spend their time on their mom's iPad or their computer playing.
Mom,
Mother,
their parents'
the parent,
iPad. Hmm.
their parents' iPad, and their computer, and they just play game all day. They don't have time to hang out with friends or playing some traditional game like old children in the past. Children in the past, they didn't have technology, don't have tech, but despite that,
They
yeah, they
might not
might
have
not have
the technology.
technology or tech or internet, but they can spend time to play games that children must play, not video game, and they can spend time hanging out with friends, and I think it's more fun compared to playing game alone right now.
Exactly. Well, multiplayer is always better than single player.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so Miss June, please.
Yeah.
What do people usually do when they've got nothing to do? What do you think?
Yeah, it's the same. For me, when I have nothing to do, I try to go and find something new. I will go into the park and running or sitting somewhere at a more nearly the nature. That make
You
me
mean
feel
sitting
relaxed.
somewhere that is near to Mother Nature?
Yes,
Ah, good
but
idea.
uh, I thought that the same idea with me. Other people as my friend, when I try to anything out with me, they don't want that idea. Like they just try to put their phone, um, look for just surf the internet and something on the Facebook
On Facebook,
try
không
to
có đờ Facebook.
yeah on Facebook and
Okay.
try to watching something, finding a movie and sitting there enjoy their movie. That's I see that a lot of people do when they get bored or have nothing to do.
They get bored when they have nothing to do. I see. Right. So I think that's good enough for this practice. I think because the other question just so silly. All right. So let's just stop our practice here.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, class. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? See you. Bye.